Have you ever wondered how some people manage to captivate others without saying a single word? The Stoic philosopher Athenodorus of Tarsus reminds us that true communication goes beyond words. Today, we're going to explore 7 Stoic habits that can make you irresistible, attracting the people around you in an authentic and powerful way. Stoicism, a philosophy that promotes calmness and rational thinking, teaches us the importance of presence and attitude in our daily interactions. These habits aren't just tricks to impress others, they're practices that help cultivate genuine connection. They invite us to look inward, understand our emotions, and reflect on our behavior. In today's fast-paced, often surface-level world, these Stoic principles stand out as a meaningful approach. By adopting them, you won't just become more charming, you'll also feel more authentic and at peace with yourself. Imagine walking into a room full of people and, without saying a word, capturing everyone's attention. This is possible when you apply Stoic principles in your life. The habits we'll talk about aren't magic tricks, but ways to develop a presence that radiates confidence and calm. They help us connect with others on a deeper level, creating an atmosphere of empathy and understanding. In this quick 3-minute video, you'll learn how practicing mindfulness can transform your interactions, how self-confidence turns into charisma, and why active listening matters. We'll also explore how authenticity and vulnerability can become your greatest allies in building meaningful relationships. You'll discover how small changes in your posture and attitude can have a huge impact on how people perceive you. These Stoic habits are powerful tools that, when practiced regularly, can truly change how you relate to others. Get ready to start a journey that will not only make you more irresistible, but also bring you a deeper sense of inner peace. By the end of this video, we hope you'll feel inspired to adopt these habits and share this wisdom with the people around you. After all, it's in simplicity and authenticity that we find the deepest, most meaningful connections in life. So, let's discover together how these 7 Stoic habits can transform the way you charm people without saying a single word. Stoicism is a school of philosophy that originated in ancient Greece, founded by Zeno of Citium in the early 3rd century BC. This philosophy aimed to teach people to live in accordance with reason and nature, promoting the idea that happiness is deeply connected to mastering our own emotions and reactions. Over time, thinkers like Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius became central figures in this tradition, each contributing teachings that shaped how we understand life and interpersonal relationships today. Seneca, through his letters and dialogues, emphasized the importance of wisdom and virtue, highlighting that true wealth lies in peace of mind and the ability to handle adversity. Epictetus, a former slave turned one of Stoicism's greatest teachers, taught that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we react to them. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, shared his personal reflections in Meditations, showing how to apply Stoic principles in daily life, even under the immense pressure of ruling an empire. Today, Stoicism is experiencing a revival as a highly relevant philosophy, especially in a world full of uncertainty, anxiety, and challenges. We live in an age where information is always at our fingertips, but that doesn't always bring clarity. People face daily struggles, from work pressures to fragile personal relationships. As stress and anxiety become common, Stoic teachings offer a powerful foundation to build resilience and emotional well-being. A clear example of Stoicism's modern relevance is how we deal with criticism and judgment. In a social media environment where outside opinions can be overwhelming, the Stoic principle known as the dichotomy of control teaches us to distinguish between what we can and cannot control. We get to choose how to respond to criticism, whether to let it affect us or to move forward focusing on what truly matters. This practice not only helps us maintain calm in difficult moments, but also makes us more confident and less vulnerable to outside influence. By applying the dichotomy of control in everyday situations, we can begin to see significant changes in how we interact with others. For example, instead of reacting defensively to negative feedback, we can choose to evaluate the situation rationally, reflecting on what we can learn and how we can grow. This attitude not only makes us more approachable and likable, but also inspires trust and respect from those around us. Stoicism teaches us the importance of empathy and understanding. By practicing acceptance and compassion, not only towards ourselves but also towards others, we can build deeper, more meaningful relationships. In a world where interactions are often superficial and rushed, this ability to genuinely connect can make us truly irresistible in the eyes of others. Another valuable aspect of Stoicism is the practice of gratitude. We often get lost in our worries and challenges, forgetting to acknowledge the blessings in our lives. Cultivating a sense of gratitude not only improves our mental state, but also attracts people to us. Our interactions become more positive and energetic because we radiate appreciation and contentment. Stoicism also invites us to embrace life's impermanence. Understanding that everything is temporary helps us cherish each moment and detach from unrealistic expectations. When we accept that change is constant, we become more open to new opportunities and less anxious about the future. This attitude makes us more flexible and adaptable, qualities that attract others as they feel comfortable and at ease in our presence. Finally, the daily practice of reflection, a key Stoic habit, can transform how we see the world. Taking time to think about our actions, emotions, and interactions helps us identify patterns that may be blocking genuine connections with others. This self-awareness enables us to adjust our behavior and become better versions of ourselves, which in turn makes us more attractive and charismatic. In short, Stoic teachings, when applied to our daily lives, not only help us handle the challenges of the modern world, but also make us more complete and irresistible human beings. By cultivating serenity, empathy, gratitude, and self-awareness, we can captivate those around us, forming meaningful and lasting bonds. Stoicism, therefore, reveals itself not just as a tool for personal growth, but also as a path to richer, more fulfilling relationships in an increasingly complex world. By embracing these 7 Stoic habits, we become not only better versions of ourselves, but also sources of inspiration and support for those around us. Stoic philosophy, which developed in Greece and Rome, offers valuable insights on how to live virtuously and wisely. One of the core concepts of Stoicism is the importance of virtue and wisdom. For the Stoics, virtue isn't just a desirable quality, it is, in fact, the only true good. Thus, cultivating virtue and wisdom shapes our character and prepares us to face life's hardships. Imagine yourself in a stressful work environment. The pressures of tight deadlines, the need to meet goals, and interpersonal conflicts can quickly become overwhelming. In these moments, practicing virtue becomes essential. For instance, the virtue of patience can help us respond calmly and clearly, rather than reacting impulsively to an irritated colleague or a demanding boss. Instead of letting frustration take over, we can cultivate the wisdom to see the bigger picture. This not only improves our emotional state, but also positively influences those around us. Another example can be found in personal conflicts. Often, during disagreements with friends or family, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Here, the virtue of empathy is crucial. By trying to understand the other person's point of view, we can act with wisdom and compassion, which not only helps resolve the situation, but also strengthens our bonds with those people. Practicing empathy allows us to look beyond our own emotions and truly connect with others, creating a more harmonious environment. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus emphasize that virtue is a conscious choice. They believed that regardless of external circumstances, we always have the ability to decide how to react. This idea is especially relevant today, when many feel powerless in the face of life's challenges. Stoic wisdom teaches us that by focusing on our own virtue, we can change how we handle adversity. This brings a sense of control and empowerment, enabling us to face difficulties with resilience. Reflecting on this, we see that the Stoics didn't view virtue merely as a moral practice, but as a path to true happiness. For them, happiness didn't depend on external factors, but on the quality of our own mind and actions. This perspective is liberating. By adopting virtue as our guide, we can find inner peace even in life's storms. To apply this concept in our lives, it's important to practice daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to think about your actions and decisions. Ask yourself, did I act with virtue? What could I have done differently? This practice not only helps us recognize our mistakes, but also appreciate the small victories. Every step toward virtue makes us stronger and better prepared to face whatever comes next. Moreover, cultivating wisdom involves a continuous pursuit of knowledge. Reading works by Stoic philosophers, such as Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, can offer new insights and ways to see the world. Lifelong learning helps us develop a more critical and open mind, which is essential for practicing virtue. The more we know, the better equipped we are to handle life's complexities. Another important aspect is the practice of gratitude. The Stoics believed that recognizing the good in our lives helps us maintain a positive perspective, even in difficult times. By cultivating gratitude, we not only improve our emotional state, but also become more pleasant and attractive to others. When we are grateful, we radiate an energy that can captivate those around us, making us more irresistible in social interactions. In short, the importance of virtue and wisdom in Stoicism is a powerful reminder that we have control over our reactions and attitudes. By cultivating these qualities, we not only face adversity with more courage, but also become people who naturally attract and inspire others. Practicing virtue is a path to self-knowledge and to building deeper, more meaningful relationships. So by embracing Stoicism in our lives, we can become truly irresistible, not through words, but through our actions and character. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but is a continuous process of personal growth that yields rewards along the way. As we commit to this journey, we can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of virtue and wisdom within our communities. Emotional detachment is one of the fundamental pillars of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us how to wisely and calmly face life's uncertainties and challenges. By detaching ourselves emotionally, we can confront difficult situations without being overwhelmed by impulsive reactions or a storm of feelings that could destabilize us. Detachment doesn't mean ignoring our emotions or becoming insensitive. Rather, it means understanding and accepting our feelings without letting them dictate our actions or decisions. Imagine yourself in a situation where you have lost something valuable, whether a job, a relationship, or an important opportunity. It's natural to feel sadness, frustration, or even anger. However, by practicing emotional detachment, you can observe these feelings without being consumed by them. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but recognizing them and then choosing how to respond. Doing so allows you to maintain calmness and mental clarity, which can be crucial for making sensible, constructive decisions. A practical example of this concept can be seen in moments of disappointment. Suppose you weren't selected for a project or promotion you really wanted. Instead of being swallowed by frustration, you might reflect on the situation through a Stoic lens. Consider Marcus Aurelius, who often wrote about the importance of accepting what we cannot control. He believed true wisdom lies in discerning what is within our control and what isn't. By accepting reality as it is, you free yourself from the emotional burden that disappointment can bring, allowing your mind to stay clear and focused on other opportunities. Emotional detachment is also helpful in interpersonal relationships. Often, we cling to expectations or outcomes beyond our control, how others treat us or how they react to us. By detaching from these expectations, we relate more authentically and openly, without the pressure of expecting others to meet the standards we set. This not only makes us more approachable and pleasant, but also eases tension in relationships, creating space for growth and genuine connection. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on life's transience and the inevitability of loss in his meditations. He reminded us that everything is fleeting and that by accepting this truth, we better prepare ourselves to face loss and change. This acceptance is fundamental to emotional detachment because it helps us realize that while we may feel pain when losing something or someone, that pain does not define our existence or our worth. Instead, we can choose to focus on what endures: our virtues, values, and our capacity to learn and grow from experience. Another situation where emotional detachment proves extremely beneficial is during conflicts. When caught in heated arguments, it's easy to let emotions take control, resulting in reactions that only worsen the situation. By practicing detachment, we can emotionally step back from the conflict, letting reason and reflection override anger or frustration. This not only helps us resolve the situation more effectively, but also earns us respect and admiration from others who see our ability to stay calm under pressure. Emotional detachment teaches us that true strength doesn't lie in avoiding pain or loss, but in how we choose to respond to them. By accepting that pain is part of the human experience, we create space for resilience and growth. Instead of letting ourselves be defeated, we can use these experiences as opportunities to reflect on ourselves and what truly matters in life. These Stoic principles help us understand that, although we may wish to control external circumstances, true freedom comes from within. Emotional detachment allows us to navigate life's turbulent waters with greater ease and clarity, turning challenges into opportunities for learning and development. By letting go, we not only become stronger, but also more attractive to those around us, since people tend to be drawn to those who exude calm and balance. Practicing emotional detachment isn't easy, but it's a path worth taking. As we start integrating this concept into our lives, we find that we can connect more deeply with others, free from the chains of expectation and the need for approval. This freedom makes us irresistible because it allows us to be authentic and genuine in our interactions. Ultimately, emotional detachment is a skill developed through practice and reflection. By committing to this practice, we become more resilient in the face of adversity and create space for genuine connection with others. By embracing life's impermanence and accepting the inevitability of change, we find a path to inner peace and harmonious relationships, becoming more charming and admired people in the process. The Stoic concept of living according to nature is fundamental to the philosophy. It teaches us to align our lives with the natural order of the universe, not just the physical nature, but our human nature, our essence, and the role we play in the grand scheme of things. The Stoics believed that by understanding and accepting our true nature, we can live in harmony with the world around us, leading to a fuller and more meaningful life. Living according to nature means recognizing that we are part of a larger whole, Each of us has a role to play, and by accepting this, we find a sense of purpose and belonging. This involves acting rationally and ethically, aligning our actions with universal and timeless values. Integrity is crucial to living authentically. It allows us to act in line with our principles regardless of external circumstances. When we act with integrity, we become truly irresistible to others because our authenticity and honesty resonate on a deep level. A practical example of living according to nature can be seen in everyday interactions. Imagine being in a challenging situation where there's pressure to act dishonestly. If you stay anchored in your values and act with integrity, you're not only fulfilling your role ethically, but also inspiring those around you. This ability to act rationally, even amid adversity, is admirable and attractive. People are naturally drawn to those who stand firm in their principles because it creates an environment of trust and mutual respect. Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius emphasize the importance of living in harmony with nature. Seneca once said, "Life is like a project. It's not about living, but about living well." Living well means accepting what we cannot change and focusing only on what is within our control. This acceptance is liberating, allowing us to let go of the stress and anxiety caused by resisting the inevitable. When we accept our condition and the reality around us, we find inner peace that prepares us to face life's challenges. Another powerful quote comes from Epictetus. "It's not the things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them." This invites us to reflect on the importance of our perspective and how it shapes our experience. By living according to nature, we are challenged to reassess our beliefs and opinions, allowing us to grow and develop. This reassessment is essential for building healthier and more authentic relationships, as it makes us more empathetic and understanding toward others. An essential aspect of living according to nature is the awareness that we are part of a greater community. Our actions affect not only ourselves, but those around us. When we act with integrity and rationality, we contribute to the collective well-being. This makes us more attractive in the eyes of others because people tend to gravitate toward those who foster a positive and constructive environment. This social connection is one of the keys to becoming irresistible. By genuinely caring for others and acting in harmony with human nature, we attract meaningful and lasting relationships. Also, living in accordance with nature teaches us to appreciate the present moment. Life is fleeting, and often we get caught up worrying about the future or regretting the past. The Stoics encourage us to be fully present, to enjoy the little things, and to find joy in everyday interactions. That kind of presence is magnetic. People are drawn to those who are genuinely attentive and engaged because it creates a safe and welcoming space. Finally, the practice of living according to nature offers us a constant chance for self-awareness and personal growth. By reflecting on our actions and choices, we can spot areas where we need to improve and work on becoming better each day. This journey of self-discovery not only makes us wiser and more resilient, but also more attractive to the people around us. When we become the best version of ourselves, we naturally attract others who value that pursuit of integrity and authenticity. So, by bringing these Stoic principles into our lives, we not only become more irresistible, but also help create a more harmonious and balanced world. True beauty comes from living with purpose, integrity, and connection. And when we do that, we inspire others to do the same. That's the essence of living in harmony with nature, and it's how we charm people around us, not just with words, but through actions that reflect our true selves. In this video, we explore 7 Stoic habits that can captivate the people around you, all without saying a single word. Drawing on the teachings of Athenadoros of Tarsus, a philosopher from ancient times, we can apply these principles in our daily lives to become more irresistible. The first habit is attentive presence. When we're fully present in a conversation, people feel valued and heard. Next is empathy, which lets us truly connect with others' feelings and build deeper bonds. The third habit is emotional moderation. Staying calm and composed in tough situations shows confidence and makes us admirable figures. The fourth habit is authenticity. Being true to yourself and others draws people who appreciate honesty. The fifth is active listening. Giving others space to express themselves creates a comfortable environment for everyone. The sixth habit is gratitude. Expressing appreciation, even silently, for those around us radiates positivity. Finally, the seventh habit is contemplation. Taking time to reflect on our interactions and the impact we have on others is key for personal and social growth. By practicing these Stoic habits in your life, you not only improve your relationships, but also become a more admirable person. So we invite you to try out these teachings and watch the positive changes around you. Subscribe to the channel, leave your comments, and share your experiences with these habits. Remember Seneca's words, "Luck favors the prepared mind." May your Stoic journey begin today, and may you find wisdom in every interaction.